Now, since I interviewed it with Michael, I've had over 10 phone calls from people back east.
About my interview.
About your interview with Michael and what Michael said. And, you know, I sort of feel sorry for Michael, I got to be honest with you. And I'll tell you why. He's living a life that's not his own life. He should wake up, face who he really is. I mean, he proclaims to be a born-again Christian, correct?
Right.
Well, then that means he reads the Bible.
Right.
Now, look, I don't go to church. I was born a Catholic. I'll die a Catholic. I go to church when there's nobody there. Once every couple months, maybe. So I could have a talk with the guy one-on-one. I don't know a damn thing about a Catholic religion. I don't know nothing about any religion. But I do know certain things. And I think it's Exodus 20:16 in the Bible. If you're going out preaching it, then you should live it. And I feel that's what Michael should do.
You don't think he's living a godly life?
He's living his father's life. He's very jealous of his father. He hasn't seen Sonny in a year. He proclaims he's there all the time. He claims I use his fucking name. You think I'm going to use a rat's name? And you show me anybody that calls somebody else a rat, they're the rat.
Right, because he said that he felt that you actually...
Bullshit. Show me a 5K1. Show me a proffer statement. Show me a reverse proffer statement. You won't find one in my entire fucking lifetime. And not a person has been investigated, arrested, or anything because of Ori Spado. I could look in the mirror. I could put my head on the pillow and I go to sleep. But what about Michael Franzese? You want to talk about who he ratted? Huh? I got a piece of paper here. I got a fucking list of shit about him that I know. I know he's got $50 million in Panama. Or at least that's where it originally was. You want to know who put it there? I know the lawyer. I'm not going to tell you his name. All right? His initials, RP. Oh, I know. All right, what about the janitor? What about Norby Waters? When he was on the stand testifying against Norby Waters. You got to remember, everybody he talks about are friends of his father's. Me reach out for Michael Franzese? Not in this fucking lifetime. Why would I reach out to a rat? Why? You got an answer to that? No. You would like to see my court record? I was in general population of every prison I was in. He talks about John Gotti being punked. What the fuck does he know about John Gotti? John Gotti was not punked by anybody in prison. I'm not a John Gotti by far. But I was respected as an Italian gangster in prison. As every Italian gangster who is not an informant is respected in prison.
Did you know John Gotti?
I met John Gotti twice with Sonny.
Gotcha.
I did not, we didn't have conversations. Hello, John. John, this is Ori, that there.
Well, how did you get the title of mob boss of Hollywood? Because you
By
weren't...
they, I say in my book.
Okay, but you weren't part of any actual mob.
No.
You weren't...
I had my own crew.
Yeah.
I got the ability to do things. And I did things my way.
Right. You weren't a
I got
Columbo.
involved in Hollywood through Dino and through the people in the entertainment business. I became a fixer. I did things quietly. I never needed the gang of guys to go after anybody.
How big was your crew?
I had 4 or 5 guys.
Okay. You know, you went through some of your stories in your book about some of the things that you did. I remember there was one story about Naomi Campbell. She had a stalker.
Yes.
And you showed up at the stalker's house. And
I didn't show up. I had 2 guys show up.
You had 2 guys show up, and they threatened him.
They didn't threaten him. They put him on the phone with me.
Okay. More or less threatened him.
Well, it wasn't really a threat. I gave him proper advice.
Not to see her again, or
I
else.
never threaten nobody. I just give people proper advice.
You look at a situation like that, and compared to some of the stories I've heard about the mob, it seems relatively tame. What were some of the more serious situations that you got into? You know, a stalker is not that much of a threat.
No,
I could go deal with a stalker myself.
that's right. You got to find him first.
Right. But still, not a huge threat.
No.
What were some of the really serious situations you got to, especially in Hollywood?
I don't discuss all those things.
Okay. I mean, it's past the statute of limitations.
Pardon?
It's past the statute of
It's
limitations.
not a question of that there. It's a question of naming people. There's no sense in dragging other people's names into it. There was a particular actor that I did things nicely. Are you talking about people? What's your question here? What's the worst thing that I ever done?
Yeah.
Please clarify that. What do you mean?
What's the most violent thing you ever did?
Oh, Jesus. I can't remember.
Okay.